We'll take you back to the Lone Star State, where Republican candidate in Texas, Mayra Flores, winning a special election this week, flipping a congressional seat from blue to red in the area there for the first time in years. She'll become the first Mexican-born congresswoman. Flores saying the victory should be taken as a warning sign of not taking Hispanic voters for granted. For reaction and analysis, we welcome our panel today. We have former Majority Leader of the California State Senate, Gloria Romero. Also with us, radio host of This Is America with Rich Valdes, and founder and president of Bienvenido, Abraham Enriquez. Good to see you both, or all three of you rather, for coming on. We do appreciate that. Let's dive into the Hispanic vote, Gloria, if we can. Obviously, your time in politics as well. What does that mean in terms of the midterms and just how powerful the Hispanic vote is, not only in certain districts, but around the nation?
Well, I would even say around the world. I'm in Mexico City right now, and news of Mayra Flores, and not only a red wave, but a red tsunami terremoto is really of international importance. For me as a Democrat, I have warned the Democratic Party that it has left Latinos behind. It has ignored the needs of Latinos. It's not resonating with the message that Mayra really spoke about: the economy, family, faith, a number of issues. And until the Democratic Party recognizes that, this red wave is going to continue, beginning in Texas, but moving throughout the nation.
Yeah, and Abraham, I'll bring you in next. To Gloria's point here, a progressive organizer in South Texas actually told the Texas Tribune this: Flores really wasn't campaigning as a Republican. She's talking about the fact that people are overworked and underpaid. We don't have enough money to put food on the table. Rent is increasing at an alarming rate. Those are some of the same things that progressive people are saying, and yet Democratic leaders don't, or seemingly not, investing in those candidates. Back to what Gloria's point, it almost is not even, Abraham, political at this point. It's just about living life and who's at the helm and who's responsible and who needs to be at the helm. Abraham, your thoughts?
Well, listen, Mayra Flores, I think it's important to note she ran on God, family, and country, and that's the heartbeat of the Latino community. And I think what Mayra proved Tuesday night was that Democrats have a branding problem, a messaging problem. They come into Latino districts and they try to convince Latino voters that they should care about open border policies and climate change. In reality, the majority of Latinos in America are working class. What they're trying to figure out is how they're going to put food on the table, how they're going to budget around this gas price problem. And you have someone like Mayra Flores that has an amazing testimony, immigrated to America as a young child, understands the importance of work, and is providing solutions, common policies that attract Democrat voters. We spent time, about 2 years, with Mayra Flores down there in her district. And it was incredible, even leading up to Tuesday evening, seeing the amount of Democrats that came out and voted for Mayra, because for the first time in over 100 years in that district, they had another option, an option that gave them freedom, liberty, and economic prosperity. Things that are very attractive to the Hispanic community.
And the reason, again, for the special election, the seat was vacated by a Democrat, Representative Vela there, who held that seat, I believe, for 10 years. And that is why there was a special election there. So she will hold it really up until January. There will be, obviously, the midterms there in November. Rich Valdes, the question there, when you take it a step further, is the impact of Mayra Flores. Does that carry over to November?
I think there's significant impact here, and they're going to argue from the left saying, oh, this is just a one-off type of thing. It's not a bellwether. I would argue the exact opposite, and the proof will be in the pudding come November. But I think we saw a whole reset of how Hispanics started to trend in their voting with Donald Trump. And so this is the continuation of that. And I think to the points made by both Gloria and Abraham, yeah, this is going to definitely, I think, have a ripple effect. It's also an indication of the Democrats' problem. It's not just messaging. I'll add to that. I'll say they have a policy problem. They have a problem with allowing Hispanic and other families to feed their children. People are tired of the border brutal policy that Biden has put into place. So when you put all of that together, people aren't stupid. They realize, you know what, I'm making less money under this administration. I'm less safe. and I have less opportunities. And until the opportunities and outcomes match up with what is available through the free market and people on the Republican side, it's a losing proposition for Democrats.
Gloria, let me go back to you on this. There are folks that came to this country from other countries legally, as any country would do, uphold the laws of the land. This is throughout the world. Many come through the process legally. There are many that come through illegally, 240,000, in fact, for the month of May. That according to the CBP. That is the highest now on record that we've seen in years. I'm curious to know, is there an overall thought, as Rich was pointing to, with the Hispanic vote? Is illegal immigration a concern for the Hispanic vote, Gloria?
Overall, Latinos are a very patriotic community. We believe in the American dream, and Mayra expressed that. We believed in legal routes to citizenship, something that we value and pride. And so, yes, certainly not only immigration, the route to immigration, but border security, everything that really resonates in the Rio Grande, but really throughout the border states, is something that Latinos value and that the Democratic Party has failed to really comprehend and address. This is an opening, really, to have a discussion about being an American, the paths to citizenship, and respecting the laws of the nation that are fair and accessible. But I think Mayra really becomes the success story. She is the person who really has gone, as a child, came to this country, became a citizen, something that we value. Her story resonates, and it's an exciting one. And I think it's one that every American, irrespective of nationality, should really think about and give her praise for. And it resonated with the Latino community.
Yeah, and you can just really tell, you can see the sincerity in her response as she was tweeting about it, of waking up and realizing it, calling it a surreal moment for her and all those that supported her as well. Gloria Romero, Rich Valdes, Abraham Enriquez, thank you so much for your time. Great panel discussion.
Thank you.
You got it.